Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the weekly gaming news show, the show where I talk about the latest news in the gaming industry. Today's show is for December 11th until December 17th. Let's get into it. So, Capcom has announced that there will be a 30th anniversary edition of Street Fighter coming out for the Nintendo Switch. This edition will include 12 Street Fighter games, and they are Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Now, these are all very good Street Fighter games. They all improve on each other iteration by a little bit, by something small. However, if you're a Street Fighter fan, this is obviously something you'll be really interested in. And the greatest thing about this game is that every game will have online play and global leaderboards. And it will just really bring back that exact arcade gaming experience that you had on the Street Fighter games when you were in the arcade. So this is pretty exciting if you're a Street Fighter fan. This is due out in May of 2018. They already released Street Fighter 2 on the Nintendo Switch as a standalone game, but this will just give you everything. So the Nintendo Switch has sold 10 million units. I made an in-depth video on this earlier this week. I'll have that link in the description below if you want to check it out. But overall, this is a great news for Nintendo because if you think about it, the Nintendo Wii, their most successful console, sold about 14 million in its first year. So the Nintendo Switch still has a few months to go, and who knows how many they'll sell by the time their 1 year is up. So apparently Super Mario 64 fights Alzheimer's. The University of Montreal did a study with 33 volunteers from ages 55 to 75, and they split them up into 3 groups. And the first group was tasked to learn piano on a computer, the second group was tasked to do nothing at all, and the third group was tasked to beat Super Mario 64 in 30-minute sessions over 6 months. So the group that played Super Mario 64 had the greatest increase in gray matter, meaning they had the overall biggest improvement in brain functionality. So the study came to the conclusion that the reason why the increase in gray matter and brain functionality improved with the people who played Super Mario 64 was because they had to create cognitive maps in their brain that they had not previously had, and they had to navigate through these brand new environments. And this just increases the overall brain functionality, which could in turn decrease the chance of getting Alzheimer's. So video games are more than just a hobby now. They're helping improve your brain functionality, which is something great to read about. So there was a leak on the internet this week from the company Hyperkin. A senior account manager posted on his personal Facebook a picture of a portable N64 system. And basically all it was is a controller, the N64 controller with a screen on top, and you can play N64 games on it. Now obviously Hyperkin didn't want this to get leaked, so they took action against this employee. However, companies reached out to Hyperkin, and news companies did, and they confirmed that this is an actual prototype. It is real. However, companies like Hyperkin and these accessory companies make prototypes of stuff all the time. They never actually make it to retail. They never actually make it to market. However, this is real, so who knows, maybe we'll be getting a portable N64 system in the near future. So some big news, not really gaming related, but it is still big because it could affect gaming in one way, is that Disney bought Fox, and there are going to be tons of crossover properties now with Disney and Fox that we couldn't have previously. So for example, X-Men can now enter the Marvel universe. They're going to get The Simpsons, they're going to get Avatar. So there's going to be so much crossover now between Disney and Fox, and who knows what's going to come out of this, what movies will come out of it, and what crossover movies will come out of it. Overall, they bought it for $52 billion, so this is a massive purchase. This is going to change the movie industry and possibly the video game industry. So there was a PS4 system update this week, and it was system update 5.03. It isn't very big, it's a very small update, it doesn't have very many additional features other than the fact that Sony says that it improves system performance. Now this is very small compared to the 5.0 update, which had tons of things included on it previously, and this is something that is only about 360 megabytes, so go ahead and it won't take long to download, and like I said, it'll improve system performance. So something a little bit on game related, Star Wars The Last Jedi came out this week. I went to see it on Star Wars Fan Night, so I don't want to give you any spoilers, but personally there are a few things that they didn't do that I wish they would have done, but overall I thought it was a really entertaining, really fun movie. There was good humor, there was great action, and it's a movie, whether you're a big Star Wars fan or a small Star Wars fan, I think you're going to enjoy it. So if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend going to see it. I thought personally I was entertained throughout the entire thing, and I just really enjoyed the movie. I know from reading online and seeing other YouTubers and seeing other fans, big fans, talk about that they didn't think it was as good as they wanted it to be. It didn't do some stuff that they wanted it to do, but overall, like I said, I thought it was an amazing movie. So this was a little bit of a shorter news week. There wasn't that much stuff to go over, but that's your news for December 11th to December 17th. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you in the next video.